And coming in, it's episode 13 of the Section O podcast, Lucky 13 or Unlucky 13, whichever the fuck you want to do. Bringing him back in, the man needs no introduction. You've heard him before, you'll hear him some more. My buddy, what's going on? Section GP?
Section O, it's Labor Day weekend. Let's go!
You know what? The games mean that much more now. You know, you can lose game 1, lose game 2, whatever. It's at the start of the season. You can bounce back. But now it's Labor Day. All the games are exponentially increase in value. And Mike Riley's back in the lineup.
Yeah, that's the beauty of football, isn't it, everybody? The beauty of Canadian football in particular. Now we're getting into the last half of the season. It's pretty much just like playoffs are already here. We have a good 6-3 record. We're coming off a great performance. Mike Riley's going to kick some ass. That's the beauty of Canadian football, isn't it? Every game is so important. Last half of the season, playoffs are already started. It's fucking beautiful. And Mike Riley is eventually going to be starting for us again, and he's on the active roster right now.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of want to get to that point. If people out there that are listening, if they do the CFL pick'ems, it's been so hard this year because there's so much parity in the league. On any given day, anybody can beat anybody unless you're the fucking Rough Riders. You can't even beat the fucking junior high team. So, fuck you, Riders. I'm going to put that one out there. And, fuck you, Corey Chamberlain. Another guy that for years and years and years, I wanted to say fuck you. And now that you're fired, fuck you, Corey Chamberlain.
Yeah, fuck the Riders for buying their 2013 anyways.
Isn't it awesome that the karma just comes back to kick them in the ass? People were like, oh, we won the 2013 Grey Cup. Woo! And then everybody's like, yeah, listen, you got so many backloaded contracts that you're not going to be able to afford your veterans, and you can't afford the depth. And guess what? It happened last year. It was the faucet kind of turned on last year, and now the bathtub's overflowed, and you can't stop it. There's no depth. They're screwed. But you know what? Fuck the Riders. We're here to talk about the Eskimos. And you know what? We kicked the shit out of Toronto. We kicked the shit out of Cleon Lang. He took another 15-yard penalty. Fuck Cleon Lang. If you listen to this, fuck you. And we fucking kicked the shit out of Toronto. Right now we're rolling 6-3 into Labor Day. Rory, give me a what's up on that.
Oh, my God. Well, yeah, I got to respond to your point about Cleon Lang and beating the Argos last week. That was absolutely awesome. He deserved it. I love seeing our O-line actually eat him up. Andrew Jones, before he unfortunately left the game with an injury, Andrew Jones just smothered and just destroyed Cleon Lang on a play in the first half. It was gorgeous. I could have watched it over and over and over again. And we got the Argos back for June 27th. We didn't forget about it. And JC, Sherrod, Odell, Willie Jefferson, everybody, Dexter, everybody on the defense came out flying. And it was awesome. And now we need to improve on that. We got Labor Day against Calgary. All the consecutive losses, it's all turning around. We're finally going to get them. This is going to be fucking amazing.
I don't want to spend so much time on Toronto because right now they're kind of irrelevant to me because we got a big super game coming up right now. But it was a huge bounce-back game for the Eskimos. The defense kind of laid an egg against Hamilton, but they came out flying against Toronto. Hopefully we can keep this momentum coming into Labor Day. Rory, the sectional bus, we got 56 people on the sectional bus coming down from Edmonton, but we have 107 total people coming into Invade McMahon Stadium, sitting in upper section B. People that are listening to this podcast, you're going to listen to it. It's Saturday afternoon. There's still tickets available in my block, so if you want to hit up at Section O on Twitter, Section_O. Let's add to that 107. Roy, we're going to have fucking loud at McMahon.
Oh, man, you guys are going to go tear it up. This is going to be amazing. We talked about the football aspect of it. Now there's this aspect. The fans that get to enjoy it. Kudos to all the green and gold fans out there. Going to be going down to McMahon Stadium, representing our team. Let's go kick the shit out of them. We got to shit kick the Stampeders. It's time. Let's go!
Friends at William Huff Advertising, they hooked us up with some posters to bring down. We got a big fat head of Chris Jones. We got an Odell Willis cut out, and you guys have probably messed around a bit with those straight out of whatever meme generators. So we got a nice big straight out of Commonwealth. We're going to go rubbing the noses of all those loser, dirty, idiot, Calgary, unwashed Stampeder fans. Rory, hit me up. What is your take on Stampeder Nation?
Stampeder Nation, for the most part, are pretty good CFL fans. However, when it comes to our rivalry between one another, you just can't like each other. It's impossible. All of us were at the West Final, November 23rd, at McGarbage Stadium in Cowtown. That game didn't go well for our team. The result of that is, quite a lot of heckling. But I noticed that the phrases used and the context of the heckling from the fans to me was so empty-headed and just...
So their heckling sucked.
The heckling that they used was just like completely narcissistic and just empty and just no validity at all. It was just terrible.
Well, you know, it is Calgary, and the only two good things to come out of Calgary is Highway 2 and Bret the Hitman Hart. But since we're talking on, you know, sucks, you know who sucks? You know who I absolutely cannot stand? You know who sucks? Bo Levi Mitchell sucks.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Hold the fuck on here, boys.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Oh, what the fuck? Rory, is this your idea?
No, who is this? What's going on here? This is your idea, Section O?
No, this is not my idea. This is a fucking lie.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit, guys. I get invited on to show my shit, and you're gonna start shit talking my quarterback? You guys gotta be fucking kidding. Get a fucking brain, put it in your heads, and let's have a conversation. We're talking about a game at McMahon Stadium against the Calgary Stampeders. How many do we won in a row against you? Does it fucking even matter? Not to mention our fucking home record. Come on, guys. 2-2. Riley hasn't played in a while. Let's get this on.
Well,
I am here. It's fucking go time.
Hang on a sec. Who the fuck are you?
Well, let me tell you what.
Rory, do you know this guy?
I think I might.
Oh, gee. Okay, mystery man, let us know who you are. You want to be famous? I'll make you famous right now.
I'm actually a really good friend of Rory's. I was one of those awesome patrons beside him at the West final game last year, just before we drove out to Vancouver on the West Coast to watch the Grey Cup live in person. My name is Jeff Borey. I'm representing the Stampeders here on this awesome sectional podcast. Matt, thank you for having me. I've met you a few times, a few Grey Cups. This is an awesome thing you're doing here, man.
Rory, did you set me up on this?
No, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Is this some sort of special online hacking that you guys are doing down at Mick Garbage Stadium nowadays? You're just fucking around with
We got our suits working. We're GPSing. We're not Gmeoing, and we are going.
You're probably fucking spying out my window wondering what the hell kind of underwear I'm trying to wear in the morning.
Well, you know, it's pretty easy to smell the shit from here, I'll be honest.
Oh, listen to this, Rory.
What the fuck is going on over there?
So, what the fuck is going on up here? You mean up here, top place in the standings? I don't know. I'm looking down to the rest of the fucking league wondering. Just sitting here waiting.
Sitting there waiting to get your ass whipped on Monday afternoon.
Let's be honest here. We're all football fans. This is going to be one fuck of a good matchup. This is undoubtedly probably the two best defense going at it. And I don't know, man. I like our chances. Both our home record and your away record really bode in our favor in this.
Okay, hang on a sec, Jeff. Hang on a second now. How long have you been a Stampeder fan for?
I have been a Stampeder fan since 1994.
What happened in 1994 that made you become a Stampeder fan?
I actually moved to the city of Calgary and became a Calgary Stampeder fan. That's when the CFL was woken to my eyes.
I just about spit my vodka right out on the... You willingly moved to Calgary?
You betcha.
Oh, okay, this story I gotta hear.
Oh no, that's a real deal. Calgary is the place. You want a nice city to live in with a good fucking football team? This is the place to come, boys.
Rory, your thoughts on this?
Well, I have been inside of the city, and I have had good times inside of that city. But this stuff about the football team, you know, I understand you're going to look at the standings in the news.
I don't understand how someone from Grand Prairie is even relevant in that conversation.
Oh, you didn't do it. Uh-oh.
Hey, Stampeder boy down there, where did we meet? Where were you living when we met?
Oh, shit.
Good old Grand Prairie, the hole I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of.
So you moved from one butt-fuck town into the other butt-fuck town, and now you're trying to tell me that your previous butt-fuck town is a whole hell of a lot better than your other butt-fuck town that you live in. But I'm sitting here over here in Edmonton wondering what the hell you two are talking about, because clearly we're superior in all aspects of basically everything to do with life.
Except for the CFL right now. We're talking current, right? We're not going back in history and counting cups on fucking fingers and toes from the 60s and 70s, are we, boys?
Well, we're sitting here talking about the number one defense in the league. I don't care what Calgary's doing. We clearly have the number one defense in the league. We went 5 home games without giving up a touchdown, okay? We outscored the opponent something like 160-something to 28 at home. Nobody...
How many of those games were against the Stampeders?
It doesn't fucking matter how many of those games are against the Stampeders, because you listen up. You guys, it's the cat and mouse game, okay? Somebody had to let you guys cover the point spread for a while. Edmonton can't be great at everything. You know, you have to let your dirty, rotten cousin come into your house and eat your food and sleep in your bed, and you have to treat him good every once in a while. And you know what? That's what we gave you guys. But now, you know what? I think the tide's changing. The Edmonton Eskimos can't bankroll the CFL any longer. We can't bankroll the Stampeders, how we bailed you guys out in the 80s financially. I think it's time to take our reward, which is rightfully due.
Yes!
No more getting fucking handcuffed. No more. You know what? The TV deal is hit. Every team's getting rich, and now the big boys are coming to play. So now we're going to see who's really got it without these backdoor, locked behind the door deals going on, where clearly one team's getting fucked, and that was us for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I hear you, but I ain't fucking listening. It doesn't make any sense. It's not making sense to me. If you want to look at the depth charts of our fucking teams, and there's where we are fucking superior.
No, go on, I'm listening.
Really,
Please entertain me.
Healthy, and I still am super confident on the win on Monday.
Well, you know what? You can sit here and you can recite a stat book all you want. You can open up your media guides. You can read me numbers off all you want. It's not us that's on the field. It's the players that are on the field. What are you going to do to handle, like I said earlier with Rory before you came, just barging in with your entitlement, with your Calgary entitlement? What are you going to do with the 107-plus Eskimo fans that are invading Section B?
I don't think it'll be any different than any time any team comes in there. If you think 106 fans is going to shake us, I mean, come to Calgary during a fucking Rider game. That's the same as that Rider game in there. They bring a fucking 1,000 fans. That doesn't mean shit. You guys ain't going to hear the plays. You ain't going to be hearing shit. We are going to overpower, overman, over-excite. We are McMahon Stadium. You guys will be a small seed in the corner of your section trying to cheer on what will probably end up being one of your worst losses of the year.
And it's going to sound really good when Edmonton comes out with the W on top, and Bo Levi Mitchell's got his head hanged. John Cornish has got his old thumb all nice and wrapped up, getting it from his finger up his ass, and they're walking all tightly wound over to their sidelines. You got all the Eskimo fans lining up the bottom there by the tunnel. They're high-fiving all the Eskimos, and you guys are all like, oh, we better go back to 17th Ave. We don't know what's going on. We thought the Eskimos were going to lose. Oh, I'm kind of butthurt over this situation.
You better hope fucking you don't have an injury in your quarterback, because after you just traded Nichols away for a fucking bag of fucking hockey pucks, I must say. But when you fucking trade that away, you just kind of, I mean, Franklin's looked good in the limited time he's had. I mean, I would really be worried about Riley. I'd be worried that he's going to be able to play a full fucking game without going down, without an injury. I mean, he's coming against one of the best defenses in the league, so, I mean, it's not going to be a fucking walk in the park.
We're going to block.
Put that motherfucker right out of a game just as easy.
Hang on a sec, Rory, before you chime in, because I know you got something to say, Rory. I just want to go back. You're sitting here talking about that we traded Nichols for a bag of pucks. We traded Nichols for something in return. Jasper Simmons hated Calgary so much that he whined and bitched on Twitter to get himself up, and he ended up going to Winnipeg voluntarily. So what does that say when somebody wants to leave Calgary to go to Winnipeg voluntarily?
Well, if you're not going to get any playtime or anything, it is what it is, man. I mean, for us, we have so much depth in our system. That's a non-issue or problem.
I don't think it had nothing to do with depth. I think he just hated Calgary. I hate Calgary.
And that's fine. That's fine. That's no different than all of us hating Edmonton. It is what it is. You don't like Calgary? Tough shit. We are the Grey Cup champions, and I continue that will happen again. It's a repeat. It's fucking plan the parade, as Rory would say.
No.
You're going full Rider fan on me. You're planning the parade week 9.
Well, are there still Rider fans? Come on.
Hey, you mentioned about your defense just absolutely killing us and posing a threat of knocking our quarterback out of the game. I get that. We're going to eat your D-line up. Our O-line's coming together. And, I don't want to get too much into the stat book or whatever, but we are going to eat it up, and we are finally going to execute. It's going to be great. Our receiving core is going to pull it off. This is going to be an excellent performance by the Eskimo offense.
Not to mention that the Eskimo D-line is pissed off every single game. I don't know about you, but I really don't want Marcus Howard and Odell Willis breathing down my neck. Those two guys are the toughest sons of bitches in the CFL, and you know what? The Calgary O-line's not going to hold them. No O-line can contain these two guys. Yeah, you know what? You can talk about Hamilton. We kind of shit the bed against Hamilton, whatever. But you know what? This is Labor Day, and everybody knows that Labor Day is a completely different beast on the CFL schedule. You can lose the Grey Cup. You don't fucking lose Labor Day.
Nope.
Well, you guys have lost 6 of the last 8 Labor Days, so, I mean, come on.
Oh, fuck. Listen to this.
I thought we're talking current. Are we talking fucking current?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're both in a pretty tough situation because we are 2 of the best teams in the league. I mean, Hamilton looks really good this year as well. I expect them to come out of the East, but really it's going to come down to this home and home. Even the third game probably won't have as much bearing as this exact home and home this coming up week is on our teams. I'm a realist. I think this is the easiest split series, but my heart is going, we're going to take both of these. Calgary will win on Monday, and then probably execute a very similar game plan to win again on the following weekend in the rematch. But this is a very key week for the Western Conference or for the Western Division. Like this is very important. What's going on already? With BC already taking a W this week, the pressure's even a little more on for even for your guys themselves as trying to stay ahead of the pack.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's forget about the whole game, player, stats aspect to this. Jeff, you live in Calgary. Tell me, what do all the Stampeders fans, what are you guys doing to get yourselves hyped up on Labor Day?
Well, it's pretty much a tailgate kind of atmosphere. No matter if you're at a buddy's house watching the game on the TV, you're down at the stadium, or you're at a local pub or anything. It's pretty much a tailgate atmosphere no matter where we go. It's almost a common occurrence now. Every game day, I'm seeing vehicles with the big flags going around. It's the spirit is here, man. I mean, we are feeling it. We're carrying it on from the Grey Cup last year into what we've got going on this year. Like I said, a big thing for us too is we're 5-0 at home this year. I mean, our fucking home crowd is fucking keeping us going, man. We've had games where have been close, and maybe we haven't had our best games, but we're still finding ways to pull out the win in front of the home crowd. It's unreal. I think our atmosphere down here is becoming a lot larger than the other teams realize, as we have been a dominant team over the last 2 decades.
So, for you specifically, what's game day like in Jeff's world?
Game day for me, it wakes up in the morning with the official Stampeder attire getting put on, whether it's the hat and T-shirt until I'm off work. Never wear a jersey to work, and then I just have recently, since Grey Cup last year, put myself into a new Charleston Hughes jersey. So that is my game day jersey with all my pins, including a nice fancy white button that I paid $40 for at the Stamps House in Vancouver last year that simply says Esks suck.
So when do the police take the handcuffs off and give you the weekend pass?
Oh, great thing is they bring up the Grey Cup and let all those inmates in there drink a little champagne and bubbly out of it, because we have that fucking right as Stampeders fans.
Rory?
Oh my fucking God. Somebody just gouged my ears off with a fucking pizza cutter immediately. Jesus fuck.
Would that be a Domino's pizza cutter? Or?
Oh man. Okay.
Rory, you've known this guy longer than I have, and I'm surprised you haven't fucking killed each other yet.
It's crazy. When you have
It was a pretty good ride out to Vancouver after the West Final last year.
We rode it, the two of us rode in their vehicle from Calgary to Golden, from Golden to Vancouver Island, the night of the West Final.
After the game.
That's right.
And that was probably the most silenced car ride in the history of mankind?
Well, the back seat was quiet.
Yeah, the back seat was pretty quiet, yeah.
Well, you know what, Rory? We got some redemption on our hands. We have some unfinished business. You motherfuckers, wanted to take a picture of Chris Jones's motorcycle last year. Well, you know what? Nobody's forgotten about that. We're coming for your horse.
We're coming for the horse. Hashtag shoot the horse.
What do you got on that, Jeff?
That horse was going to be tired after Monday.
That's it?
Oh, that's all it needs to be. Any Stampeders fan will know what I'm talking about, so done deal.
It's been a long time coming to get this revenge. We're going to redeem ourselves. Our franchise is doing excellent, and we're finally getting it back. We're taking our division back. And this process really kicks off on Monday afternoon when we kick the shit out of the red and white.
This interview right now is taking place Friday night. The podcast is going to be up Saturday afternoon. I don't know why the fuck we wait till Monday. Why don't we kick this son of a bitch off right now?
Oh, man, I wish we could play the game right now. I'd fire up the barbecue and shoot a bottle of rum and watch the game in 45 minutes from right now. I'm in.
Let's fucking kick this game off right now. Jeff, thanks for coming on the podcast. Well, thanks for invading the podcast, as a matter of fact.
It was definitely a pleasure, Matt. Again, awesome thing you guys are doing up there, and I look forward to seeing you at another Grey Cup. Hopefully Calgary winning another. But hey, you guys, take care, peace, and I'm really happy that the standings are where they are because we're in fucking first and we're looking down.
Well, you know what, Jeff? I really hope your trash talk game is going to be a whole lot better than how your Stampeders play on Monday afternoon, because if the Stampeders play like any indication as how your trash talk game is, we're going to blow you the fuck out of the water.
I'll let the Stampeders take care of the field. I'll just be the cocky little jerk off in the corner, but we got this game on lockdown.
Rory, any final words on this?
Final words is, let's go Eskimos!